I'm on a big kick of mystery games, so I'm very excited to be playing this one. This was called Tangle Tower. Good art style. That looks like the Owl House a little. Oh. Spooky. I think someone's gonna get murdered. Tangle Tower. Mid-afternoon. Lake's Edge. Looks more like the Star vs. House. It's kind of the same. Both those shows are kind of the same. Oh.
You ready, Sally?
Grimoire, I've been standing here for 7.5 minutes.
Just checking.
You have the map?
Yeah, but it's basically blank. Did you read the case file? What do you think?
I'm not sure yet. It's really not a lot to go on. Did you read it?
Yeah, I'll read it on the way to the crime scene.
Oh, someone's already been murdered. Okay. Murder victim, Freya Fellow, 19, died whilst painting a portrait of Flora Fellow, 58. Location, Flora's tower. Flora was present as she was posing for a portrait. Freya Fellow was found lying on her back with a single stab wound on her chest. No weapon was found at the scene, but the subject of Freya's unfinished painting is holding a knife. That's incriminating. The red color on the tip of the knife is not paint. It was discovered to be blood. Ooh. Tangle Tower is a small painting on a scrap... Oh. The actual tower is not a painting. Tangle Tower. A small painting on a scrap of paper. A few notes have been written on the back. Nowadays goes by Tangle Tower. It's actually a pair of towers connected by a mansion at the base. It is surrounded by a circular lake. The water is an unusual mix of colors. The lake is enclosed by sheer, pale cliffs. They're too steep and smooth to climb. Tangle Tower is currently home to both the Fellow family and the Pointer family. Okay. What's this? Oh, these are people. Freya. We know nothing about her. What is this? Murder victim, location. How is Freya killed? That's our objectives. Okay. Where's that map? Oh. I like it. Do you have the map? Yeah, but it's just a bunch of black space. Oh, I see. We gotta click on a place to go. Can we click this way?
It's a garden.
Oh.
I think. It's currently far away.
We could walk closer to it.
Ready when you are.
It's a bird bath. Is that just rainwater? Looks a little weird.
The birds seem to like it.
They're even singing a little tune. Doot, 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 doot.
Please don't do that. I tied the boat up to the mooring post, so...
Oh, I can click
it'll
on
stay put
anything and they'll talk about it.
for now.
Loving the confidence.
What about the ground?
It's a path. I'm walking.
The ground's moist, but it's not muddy.
Wow, I really can click on almost everything in this
Wonder how
scene.
often it rains here.
I cannot believe how exciting this murder investigation is already.
Alright, let's... How about this?
What are they?
Wind chimes. Silent, wooden wind chimes.
It's just an archway, but it seems a little ominous. Like walking through it might give you bad luck.
Too late.
Can you click on me? Will they talk about me? I don't know. Bird.
Why is the sky yellow?
Oh.
Not everything is a mystery, Grimoire. The sky can be whatever color it likes.
I don't think that's true, but okay. Oh, I literally have to click the map to go to the next location. Okay. Gardens. Okay. Egg?
It's a stone carving. Wonder how it got cracked.
I think it's supposed to look like that. It's an egg.
Bird?
What animal is that?
Hawk. Bear. Lizard.
Right, of course. A hawk bear lizard.
I can't tell if Grimoire's voice is kind of like British or not. There's something in the water?
And it's full of the same weird water that was in the lake.
Any fish in there?
Not a single one. Although there is something.
It's a cassette tape. Or it used to be.
Yeah, I found a thing. Damaged tape. The cassette tape has been damaged by water. The ink on the label is blurred and illegible. Alright. This is very point and clicky. I like it. What about this thing?
Spooky. What do you think it's for?
I think it's to scare away detectives.
Is it working?
No.
I like him. I like Grimoire.
It's a statue of some hideous, scaly, bipedal fish monster
Oh,
Playing a
I see
harp.
something else in the water.
playing a harp. Hang on a second.
Oh. Look closer. Ooh, a puzzle.
Isn't just a regular statue, is it?
Something tells me we're not gonna solve this just yet.
Your puzzle can't be solved. Leave it alone. All right, so we're looking for 4 symbols that look like bell, lips. Oh, it's going to represent something. There's going to be a clue on each one of these 4 items throughout the game.
Let's come back later. It must do something.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Harp statue. An old weathered statue of an amphibious creature holding a large harp. Symbols are engraved on each of the harp's 4 column segments. Alright, I see.
It's
some
full of the
moving
same
there.
weird water.
Any fish in there?
Not a single. Although there is.
It's a cassette tape, or it used to be.
Oh, but I already had that. Is it a different one? No. Okay.
It's a bandstand.
It's small for a bandstand.
It's a one-man bandstand.
Mushrooms?
This is some garden.
Do the plants all look a little strange to you?
Alright, I think we've seen everything we can. Is that the sun? Oh no, that's the tower.
That must be Tangle Tower.
Gazebo. Okay, I guess we'll move along. Main entrance. Oh, the sign is missing a letter.
Oh,
What?
oh, there's an O on the floor.
Oh yeah. Tangle Tour.
Twar.
Can I pick it
Oh.
up?
What?
Oh,
Tangle.
Oh, there's no way to skip dialogue if you've already heard it before. Oh, that's
do you
interesting.
think he'll start to move if we try to go inside?
No. I think he'll just silently judge us.
This game looks like.
Ring the
Should
bell?
we ring the doorbell?
Why would we not? It's a little melody.
Oh, is it the same melody the birds were playing? Oh, no one answered the door. Okay. Anything else of interest here? Oh,
Is that an envelope?
It's been opened. Let's read it.
Isn't that an invasion of
No,
some-
definitely.
the envelope has been ripped open. There's a single piece of paper inside. The combination is drawn on the other sheet. Once you have it memorized, destroy it. I will not agree with your reasons. You will not find it down there. Okay, then. It's still too early to figure out any of this stuff. I guess we'll go inside. Ooh, that looks spooky.
Let's head to the crime scene first. It's at the top of the West Tower, I
Okay,
think.
okay, game. Aaron says hi, Tom.
Hello.
Ooh, the West Tower. I don't remember. I think Fellow's the person who got murdered, so they're up there. But what's
What
this?
is
I
that?
think it's a family tree.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna have to remember this, aren't I?
Remington was the name of the male strip club in downtown Toronto. It closed,
Remington's.
unfortunately.
Oh.
But, yeah, Remington's used to be there.
Oh, I see. So they're related because the Fellows were related to the Remingtons to the Pointers. Okay.
Fiona Fellow, dead center. She must be important.
She's half fellow and half Remington.
Do you think she still lives here?
Check Poppy Pointer as well, just because that one has the same.
Poppy Pointer.
She's half Remington and half Pointer.
Because she has the same level.
Do you
of,
think she still
this
lives
thing
here?
Oh no, that's the Never mind. Sorry, that's the.
Freya is the
combined.
one
Freya
who's
Fellow.
murdered, I think.
Murder victim.
She's barely related to the main family at all.
Felicia Fellow, Damien Dusk. Okay, we'll come back to all this.
It's a big glass tube.
There are
Ew.
weeds in there.
It's an
And
aquarium?
could be. Except there's nothing anymore.
I can basically click on anything and they will talk about it.
Oh no.
Sally, check those plants for clues.
Is soil a clue?
Okay, I guess we're gonna go up this way. Oh my gosh. Alright, there's a lot to do. But this could be a short game, maybe. Flora's Tower. Oh, that's her.
Let's take a look
Ah,
at that
you
painting
killed
first.
you killed your daughter. Oh, okay.
There
Game.
it is. The unfinished portrait of Flora Fellow.
So, what? Freya was killed halfway through painting it.
Looks that way.
Why is there blood on the canvas? That is the mystery. Freya was unable to finish the painting, as if she died sometime during the process. Flora appears to be wielding a knife. The red substance on the tip was discovered to be blood.
I wonder if all of Freya's paintings are this creepy. Maybe it's
Oh.
just because she never got to finish it.
There's something wrong with the crime scene. And something really weird about the murder weapon.
We didn't find a murder weapon.
Okay. Here, Tom, come check this part out. See if you're going to be interested in it. So, there's something very strange about the way Freya was killed. Something is covered in, was used to kill what's inside, is holding a knife tip with.
So, is there...
The portrait is covered in blood. But it was removed from her.
Back up. Because it stabbed Freya. Because Freya stole it. So it's removed from the seal.
Flora's portrait is completely covered in blood because Freya put it there. Now,
No, see...
Okay.
Yeah, whatever the exact wording is,
Flora is holding a knife tipped with blood. But it was removed from the scene?
Flora Fellow is holding a knife tipped with blood, but it was removed from the scene. That's not right.
Oh, I feel like I'm
look
gonna
at
be
the
real
screen.
bad
Look
at
at
this.
this. Did you look at everything and then it...
I was kind of shoved into this situation. The last one is about how the weapon is missing. Yeah.
So, Flora's portrait is holding a knife tipped with blood. Oh no, we just did
Used
that.
to knock out, was completely covered in, was used to kill. There isn't like an option for a knife though. I feel like this was the right thing, but I guess it's not. Oh, okay. That's helpful. Blood on the knife in the painting. Could that possibly mean Flora's portrait is holding a knife tipped with blood because Freya put it there? Because it's stabbed Freya?
Flora's
There you
portrait is holding a knife tipped with blood because it stabbed Freya.
Grimoire is no object permanence.
What?
Weird, huh?
You think Freya was stabbed by a painting, not by the woman from the painting.
I mean,
But
that's not what
by
I
the
would have said,
painting
but that's clearly
itself.
what Grimoire is thinking.
Freya was standing right up by the canvas when she was killed. There's blood on the knife. It's the murder weapon.
Right.
Tom's
but
not
it's
intrigued.
not
Okay.
actually a knife. It can't stab.
See any other knives around here?
If there's any cool
Case closed.
The case is not closed.
I mean, I know there's
And
hot
even
guys
if you
in
were
this,
right,
but that's about
where
it.
does that leave us? A painting can't be
Okay.
the murder suspect.
What? This is like a chapter intro. An unfinished painting. Continue. Alright. Hey, I got an achievement. Begin investigating the tower. Pardon me! Alright. Yes!
Flora Fellow?
Creepy.
Hey, sorry to barge in. I'm sure you're still in some distress.
We need to ask you a few questions, I'm afraid.
Did you witness the murder, Flora?
Nothing. What do we do?
Not sure.
Well, it's
She's entitled to her
suspicious.
silence, I suppose.
For now. Flora.
Oh, okay, we did that. All right. So, tell us about yourself.
Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Flora? I don't really know anything about you at all.
I think that's the way she likes it.
Well,
We'll
this
just
is
have to ask other people about
Unhelpful. Your sister's
okay.
or your daughter's dead. Tell us
her.
about
Freya was
yesterday.
painting your portrait yesterday. Is that right?
Oh my
Was
god.
this something
You could just arrest her
planned ahead of
immediately.
time?
Was there something special about yesterday?
Did you talk to Freya at all while she was painting you?
She's not going to answer us, is she?
Nope. But
Wow.
at least we can say we tried.
If there's any way to immediately become a murder suspect, is just not to say anything. Immediately. I've watched a lot of murder mysteries. I've watched the entirety of the adaptations of Agatha Christie's Poirot and Miss Marple, and there's always somebody who's like unwilling to say shit, and then they're like, okay, well that makes you a suspect, and they're like, well, that's your problem, detective. And it's like, someone is dead. What the fuck is wrong with you? All right, I guess we'll get our
Flora, you were
statement.
definitely in the room at the time of the murder. Surely you must have seen something?
Yes, anything.
Can you tell me anything about what happened to Freya?
Thank you, Grimoire. Okay, well, she
She's
did
acting pretty suspicious, if you ask me.
I don't know. Maybe she really doesn't know anything.
How is that possible?
it. Okay, and we can't get any information from them. I guess we just gotta look throughout the room. Egg.
Is that an egg? An egg with bird feet.
It's also covered in what a completely ordinary object.
Look closer. Oh my god, it's
I
a
think
puzzle.
it's a container for something.
Those gems look like they come off.
I feel like I have done puzzles like this. Oh. Oh, they gotta be in a specific... God damn it. Okay. Purple, yellow. Wait, what? Huh? That's not... These aren't the same positions. Oh, my brain hurts. Swap the position, rotate. It's a clue. How is this a clue? This doesn't even look the same trails. Oh, it's the shape of the trail. Okay, so this one is like a single Z zigzag. Purple to yellow. That's that one. I'm an idiot. It's been turned sideways. Or is it upside down? Nope, it's just the shapes. Okay. Purple gem to yellow gem. And then we got this sort of diagonal curve, green to red. That's this one. I hope the positions don't really make that much of a difference. If it does, I'll do this though. The big thick one, curving, blue to purple. The big boxy one is yellow to green. Have I fucked this up already? This zigzag is red to blue. Single one is pink to pink. Feel like I've done it right.
I got it.
I'm impressed. Did it unlock? What's in there?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Well, I'm not leaving without a clue.
There may be no fishing leg, but there's a red herring up here. Yeah. It's like reverse Phoenix, right, where the boy's the goofy one.
An empty egg is a clue, right?
Okay, so something was taken out of here. Once unlocked, the egg can be opened. It's currently empty. The lining on the egg is soft, velvet-like material. The egg is supported by a stand made of brass. It rests on 3 strange feet with pointed claws, which we saw outside in the garden. There were those little feet on the pond. What
Is that a
else?
gramophone?
I think so.
Gramophone.
Except it's got a tape deck instead of a turntable.
It's also got a big crack down the middle.
It plays cassette tapes instead of vinyl records. It's pointed towards the middle of the room. There's a noticeable crack running through it, all the way from the horn down through the tape deck. Can we interact
What about the
with
cassette
this?
tape?
Yeah, it sure is. Pink.
To Freya. The cassette tape has a crack down the middle. There's a handwritten message on the label. To Freya.
Do you think it still works?
The gramophone? Yeah, we could give it a go.
Try it. With this one.
It's piano music.
It's a recording of piano. It plays for a short while before stopping. Oh, I like that I can actually fast forward it. Okay, let's try the other one now.
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
It's a recording of someone walking outdoors. A distorted humming melody can be heard. Oh. Okay. All right. What else do we got here? Let's look at the paintbrush.
Supposedly, Freya was working on the painting, which looks like she was still holding her paintbrush and palette when she fell.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
Palette has a variety of paints loaded onto it. The largest is a blob of black in the middle. It's not black, but okay. The paintbrush is still covered with dried red paint. Yes, that does look more green, but okay. What else do we got? Here are some
Freya's
paints.
painting supplies.
The red one is cracked. Small, oh, they're all cracked. Small glass pots of red, yellow, blue, black, and white paint. The glass pots are all cracked down one side. There's a different logo. The red one is different than all the other ones. It's a different, like, brand.
Freya's painting supplies.
Okay, I already know that. What else can we investigate?
A little pot plant.
It's the only plant in the entire room.
Books?
A bunch of old books, covered in dust now, but they look well read.
The curtains are
It's so
tattered.
dark back.
Somehow, the sunlight doesn't seem to be making it very far into the room.
There's a plant missing. She was gonna draw
There it
two
is,
plants.
the unfinished portrait.
So, what? Freya was...
Looks that way.
Yeah, there's two plants in here. So there's a pot of plants that maybe is missing from the room.
Half the room is a big...
I don't know if you can call it. It's more like the sudden absence of wall. A bunch of old books, covered in dust now, but they look...
Okay.
That's the only door.
It's also on the floor.
Sure is. Guessing. The outline of Freya. There's a single patch of blood. No real signs of a struggle.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas,
So?
so she was probably standing really close to the canvas when she fell.
Let's check the case file again.
The canvas was moved. Yeah, the canvas was moved. closer. Interesting. I don't know what to do with this information just yet, but we'll figure it out. We really should talk to someone else, so let's go down here. Stone Square. Okay.
There's a metal plaque on the bench.
Is there a message engraved on it?
I think there was at one point, but someone scratched it off.
It's a big stone dais.
Biggest one I've ever seen. First one, too.
This statue's missing a head.
It's a sea serpent, turned into stone by a wizard.
Ah, if you say so. What happened to its head?
Beheaded. By the same wizard.
Hello, you.
Whoa. Nice cape.
You're not fellows or pointers. I'm sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
I'm Sally, and this is my sidekick, Grimoire.
A private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective. If this is a joke, it's not a good one.
Who are you, anyway?
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
Oh, nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name than Grimoire. Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
You're not on the Freya Fellow case, too, are you?
That is classified information between myself and my client.
Are they Vincent
Clearly,
from Final
this is
Fantasy?
something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
Oh, right.
Now, if you would, I have work to do.
Okay. You're not helpful.
It's not in my interest to discuss personal details.
Even if you're one of the suspects in a murder?
Very well. Let us make a small exception. Ask.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm on a case at the behest of my client.
How long have you been at Tangle Tower?
133 hours. 5.5 days.
Who are you working for?
I am not at liberty to answer that. Now, I shall permit you one more question.
What crime are you...
How'd you get that scar? It's cool.
You really think so? As it happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower.
Lesbian,
Hers is one of the
says
last
Aaron.
on my list.
Probably.
Did you find anything unusual?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of
Grimoire
solemn
better
melancholy.
flirt with the dude.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky, out the open window. Didn't say a word, although I'm told this is the expected behavior.
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library. It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too?
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite.
Okay.
Towards the early evening, my examination of the library was unexpectedly disrupted. Sounds of running, wailing, shouting from several floors above. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared. He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm. He told me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the fellow staircase. More so than at any moment prior, I felt like quite an intruder in the house. I took my leave, out
Rehear all
towards
this
the
later,
stone
aren't
square. The grounds were silent. There were no signs of human life. Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant. I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was transpiring in Fellow Tower. An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance. He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled, that much was clear, but sorrowful, mournful, I cannot say.
Okay. I guess we can go to the...
A giant glowing gemstone full of plants.
AKA a greenhouse.
Let's go to the greenhouse. Wow. Oh my god. Hi, you're spooky.
Sally, don't move. We're being watched.
Yeah, I see him.
Hey, Tom, a
He's
hunky man.
a little too big to hide in the bushes.
What? This house isn't green.
Is
it's made
anyone
of
going to
plants.
say anything? Or shall we just stand around staring at
The
each other?
plants, Tom.
Right, sorry.
Plants, Aaron.
Sorry.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
Fitz Fellow, the gardener.
Mm-hmm. And why are you so tall?
I don't know.
Tell us about
You
yourself.
work here as the gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
What's the deal
Your
with the
name's
plants?
Fellow?
They're all
Why wouldn't you wouldn't be
kind of
paid?
weird.
Right. Did you see the lake?
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a byproduct.
Of what? Poison?
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
What's this got to do with the plants?
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants. Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Could you say that again, but like
Alright.
condense it as if you were talking to a slightly stupid person?
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA. Sometimes.
Huh?
Alteration? Like mutation.
That'd be the official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No. I'm just the gardener.
Okay, you're
I was in my
sus.
greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
Did you speak to each other?
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right.
did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
Okay.
I was up in the rooftop garden. It was quiet. And then, it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human. We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
We?
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that?
No.
Flora's room was locked. That's
the fuck's
normal.
Poppy?
She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying
No,
on her
thank
back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope
Okay.
arrived shortly after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything. I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square. When I approached her, she snapped at me. I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
Okay. I'm getting thrown a lot of information.
Fitz's room is unlocked. It's up in the Fellow Tower.
This could be interesting.
Let's go later. I investigate all these
Hanging
plants.
baskets. They're so high up.
To you, maybe.
You're only 2 inches.
2 inches makes all the difference.
Beetle.
That's a handsome beetle. Looks like he might have magic powers.
This thing.
A little chart of... Actually, I have no idea what it's about.
Well, that's a solution to a puzzle.
Kinda reminds me of a periodic table.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, am I gonna have to come back and look at
What do you
this
make
later?
of it?
Not a whole lot.
I'm not gonna have that saved?
This one's in a little pot.
Okay, that is definitely not it.
Looks like a gemstone, don't you think?
A potted fruit with a hard gemstone-like skin. The soil in the pot is an unusual blue color.
Hanging baskets. They're so
To
hard.
you, maybe.
You're only
2 inches makes all.
Tools used by a gardener for gardening. Bags of soil.
It's so blue.
More
Is
weird
that fruit?
plants.
Too shiny to be fruit. I think it's glowing a little too.
Safe to eat, do you think?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, I don't see anything else untoward.
Tools used by gardening.
Just that interesting thing there. That's it for this level. I guess. Yeah. Let's go back to this main room.
A big letter F.
Of course. Who doesn't hang a giant banner of their initial in the lobby of their mansion?
What is
I think it's a family tree.
So, Freya is here. She was painting who again? Freya and Flora. Where's Flora? Flora Remington. So she's not even a fellow.
Flora Remington.
We met her. She's one of the suspects.
We've met
Freya
Freya.
Fellow.
Oh, thank you for sending that thing in Discord.
She's barely related to the main family at all.
Freya was painting Flora, who is barely related then. Okay. This was
Poppy Pointer.
She's half Remington and half Pointer.
Do you think she still lives here?
What was that guy's name that we just met? Fitz.
I think it's a family.
I don't even see a Fitz. Oh no, there he is.
Fitz fellow.
We met him. He's one of the suspects.
Okay. What other name did we hear? Professor Pointer? But I don't think we've met him.
Percival Pointer. Married into the Remington family.
Do you think he still lives here?
Okay. Let's just go up and start looking at something. We could take it level by level. I see a telescope here, though, so it's possible somebody up in this room saw something. Oh, there's that suspicious-looking guy. Astronomy tower. Okay.
What is it?
It's a large device.
You're not wrong. You know, I've always wanted one of those.
A mechanical solar system? What would you do with it?
I would look at it.
Wait a minute, it's in the middle. Sun on the outside. How old is this thing?
Rotate the 5 planets. Okay. Oh, okay. We got something going on with shadows. Will this do anything? Probably not. Oh. Oh, I see what's happening here. I gotta remake this shape. Okay, so... No, I think the moon was in the right position here. The sun needs to be over here. There we go. Yeah, baby. I know how to do puzzles. Maybe not well enough. No, I think it's this one. It's not big enough, though. Oh, I see. I might have to line them up this way. Oh, this is such a cool puzzle, and I can't wait to fucking keep doing it. Okay, let's get these out of the way. This is too big. This is gotta go over here. That's those two. No, that must be this one. Yep, and then... Bam! Oh, I thought I did it. No, I guess not. Huh. I thought I've done this. Click the lock. Oh, right. When you think you've done it.
I'm impressed.
Thank you, Aaron.
Did you hear that?
There's a little hatch underneath. What's in there?
A bunch of paper. Looks like somebody's research.
Golden Beetle. 4. The golden beetle, named for its exoskeleton, composed of a mineral approximately 90% identical to gold, has a lifespan of several years. It fends off predators with a loud hiss, records of over 95 decibels. Fuck, that's loud. And this being completely undigestible. This mistid has a somewhat spurious reputation for causing little fortune to those that see it. Okay. So keep an eye out for a beetle. Some books.
A spyglass to the stars.
They're in very good condition.
Lamp.
It's tidier than mine is. The notebook is untouched.
So, even the most well-used notebooks start off blank,
A picture frame.
with no picture.
Interesting.
It's too cloudy to see any stars right now.
It's also daytime.
Then what the fuck are you looking at, you
Listen.
creep?
Do you hear them? The stars. They're whispering. So quiet, and yet so loud.
What are they whispering about? Are they spreading rumors about us?
I shouldn't think they concern themselves with such insignificance. We are but specks of dust, you and I.
Mm-hmm. Could this speck of dust start by telling me his name?
You find yourself standing in the astronomy tower of one Professor Percival Pointer.
I thought it might be Percival.
Seems like this tower belongs to the Pointers, and the other one belongs to the Fellows.
Well observed, my dear. Tangle Tower is something of a duality, as it happens. Meaningless boundaries, really. They exist only in our minds.
Helpful.
Okay, tell me about yourself.
Not much to say.
Your
Strictly
hair is a
speaking, I'm the
house.
current head of the Pointer family. And of course, father to my precious Poppy.
And a professional astronomer?
Oh no, that's just a little hobby. I mean, yes, I've studied the stars for over 35 years, published 17 books.
Just a little hobby.
Sounds like you're quite well known. You must bring in a good amount of money.
Oh dear me, no. My field of research has never yielded any kind of stable financial return, nor would I expect it to. I am nothing but a humble interpreter for the cosmos, working to translate its message so that I may share it with the world.
Cool. Tell the Cosmos I say hi.
Okay.
The day began as any other, with blissful, unremarkable routine. I took my usual morning walk around the gardens. Fresh air does wonders for the mind.
Did you see anyone else?
Penelope and Fitz were in the greenhouse together. I didn't bother them, of course. I sat for a while besides the pond in the garden. It's a favorite spot of mine. Eventually, I returned to my tower and buried myself in my studies for the afternoon.
Did you use your telescope yesterday?
Once the stars began to appear, naturally.
For how long?
I can't say. I've been known to lose hours at my telescope.
Did you see
What's
anything?
this creepy
No
middle
actual
fingers?
discoveries, if that's what you mean.
So you were all alone up in the astronomy tower. Must have been a while before you found out what had happened to Freya.
Quite. Normally, I would be the last to find out about such a thing. But a curious tug of fate led me towards the fellow tower later that evening.
Mere
I
statement.
was at my telescope for the majority of the evening, but at one point I returned to my desk to look something up in a reference book. I couldn't find the book I wanted, so I figured Fiona must have borrowed it. I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall. I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library. She looked
Coming out of the
impatient
library.
and slightly frustrated.
Same as ever then?
Quite. I passed her by and went upstairs to Fiona's room. The door was locked, but I could hear shouting coming from inside. I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter. I had no desire to invade their privacy by eavesdropping, so I waited for them to finish and come out into the hall. Before I could ask about the book, Poppy grabbed my hand and took me upstairs along with Fiona. It was apparent that both of them had already been crying about something. We went up to Flora's tower. Freya was laying on her back, right in the middle of the room. Flora and Fitz were already there. They both looked stoic as ever. Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did, and then Fiona went downstairs with Poppy for some reason. I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
Why did you leave so quickly? Wasn't there anything you could have done to help?
Don't take this the wrong way, but the whole ordeal is fellow family business. I'm quite sure they don't need me getting in the way at a time like that.
Yeah. Okay, anything else here?
It's a chart of the solar system. Which planet are you from, Sam?
That was mean. Okay. Let's go check out the library that the detective lady was in. He's a professor, not a doctor. Are you Poppy? What do we got here? Oh. This symbol of the mountain was on the jar of red paint.
Books about geography.
Skip. Books about ancient
These
history.
books are ancient. I think they'd crumble into dust if I tried to pick them up.
Good excuse.
Thanks.
What about
It's
this?
an illustrated book about birds.
And it's been left open. Amongst things.
Or it was left open.
Ever so slightly unnerving.
Bird. Bird book. The ink dip is a remarkably intelligent bird with a very long lifespan, even among avian mystids. Other books are often aggressive to other birds. Books can't fly. Other birds are often aggressive towards it, and the ink dip lives most of its life alone. I thought that was going to be lives. It has particular feeding habits and usually only eats the seeds of the Tantum amica pictured. That is the plant from the window, and also the feather looks like a bloody knife. I wonder what that has to do with anything. Let's go look at the portrait again. She could be holding a feather, not a knife. And a bird could have knocked out the other plant or eaten it. If there was a dev watching who's like, this guy's so fucking dumb. He's just taking everything at face value.
Of sorts.
It's the tower, but it's broken.
Hey, look at that. It's a model of Tangle Tower. There's the lake and those weird mountains.
Oh, those are the mountains.
What
not
are you
glass.
thinking?
That would make an amazing souvenir.
I thought there was a smaller glass thing in there that's broken.
Hey, look at that. It's a model of. What are you
Okay.
thinking?
That would make an amazing...
Something's got to be missing from this image. Oh, find the Tangle Tower snow globe. Okay, I got an achievement for that for some reason.
A chalkboard.
Is this a library or a class?
Oh, fuck right off. A bunch of math with numbers. My mortal enemy. Are these the same symbols as another puzzle? We do have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How the fuck do these connect? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does this match up with that other?
I'm not sure I learned anything from that.
Where was that image? Oh, we didn't take a. Oh, but you took a picture of it and put it in the chat. Oh no, that was just the family tree. Okay, there was something else. Thank you, Aaron. No, there was something else in the. We've seen more numbers and then symbols in the greenhouse, I think. Let me pop back there and then we'll see those images.
A little chart of... Actually, I have no idea what it's about.
Yeah. Does this match at all? 1, 2, 3, no. 4, 5, 7. Okay, well, maybe it'll become important. Who knows?
Not a whole lot.
I don't see any of the same symbols, though. Well, we'll figure that out. Let's go talk to whoever's in the library, though.
Curious. I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in these conditions.
Excuse me.
Taking all the environmental factors into account, there must be something I am still missing.
May I talk to you, miss?
Yeah, someone's
knows
dead.
we're here.
Can we talk to you?
She just doesn't care.
I am a detective, and I need to talk.
Correction. You do not need to talk to me,
Oh no? How come?
because I am not a suspect. I am completely innocent of any and
Oh,
all
her
crimes.
eye is on the side of her
Thanks for
head.
letting me know.
Speaking of which, you have now been at Tangle Tower for over 23 minutes. Surely you have already reached a sturdy
I've
hypothesis.
been here for an hour, but
A
okay.
hypothesis about the murder?
Yeah, come on, Grimoire, hurry up.
My apologies. Unfortunately, protocol dictates I must at least meet all the suspects. And that includes you. So, could you tell me your name?
Fifi Fellow, microbiologist, inventor, innovator.
Okay, tell us about
You will
yourself.
need to be more specific. Oneself cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one a great disservice.
So true.
Well, first of all, you're a fellow. So does that make you the daughter of...
Correct. My father and mother are named Flora and Felix, but you need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are capable of murder.
Thanks for the tip.
Okay, she
Fifi,
did it.
you said you were a micro... something or other?
Microbiologist, but it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any one recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination with the
I'm
microscopic.
not talking because I'm
I
trying to pay
constructed
attention to
my
what they're
first one at
saying,
age
by the
10.
way.
Constructed a microscope?
Correct.
And what's that thing on your head? Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned 12. Not satisfied with the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
Does it glow red when you get angry?
No, but that would be most amusing.
Alright, tell me about what you did
What
yesterday.
can you tell me about the murder?
What can you tell me about... Wait, that's what I'm supposed to ask you.
Yes, however, you were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi?
Smack.
I just need to know what happened.
Me too. So talk.
Fine. I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh.
So what did you do instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh. Good.
Okay, give me your statement.
I was in my room. The lights were off and the door was locked. Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the door. Poppy came into my room. Her makeup was leaking. She told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it. I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face. She insisted that we go up to Flora's tower. We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs. When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample back downstairs to the library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
You performed that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
Okay.
Fifi's bedroom should be unlocked now.
Can't wait.
We'll do it later. Where else should we go next? You know what? Let's just clear this floor. We'll go to this piano room. That's the music that we heard on the tape. La la la.
Are they paper lamps?
Whatever they are, I like a little parade of floating spirits.
1 old wooden bookcase.
Yep.
25 dry old books.
Mm-hmm.
4 lit candles.
Yeah.
Am I the only one seeing the problem? Oh, whatever it is, it's playing a little trumpet.
Well, it is the music room. He's got to practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
Oh. A shiny statue of a strange creature holding a large horn. There's a noticeable crack running along the length of the statue's horn. Fifi's got the tism. You can't say things like that. Inside the horn and on the ground below are various shards of cracked glass. Okay, listen. There are too many people who have little things they do. We can't just automatically go saying they have autism. You can't just use autism as a general blanket for somebody not acting completely normal. What glass is
Oh, whatever it is, it's...
Well, it is.
What's with all the broken glass?
We know! Sheet music.
Sheet music. It's hand.
That's a lot of notes.
Probably why they're on the floor.
It's a globe.
For globing.
His face!
It's a globe.
For
His
globing.
little face! I love it. I gotta screenshot that. That's the face. That is the face of somebody who just like farted or something. Okay. Sorry, let me bring back all my screens that matter. There we go.
There's a faded mural on the wall.
When I was a kid, I never knew the difference between a mural and a mosaic.
You still don't know, do you?
No.
A mural. I actually don't know. What's a mural? Mural. A mural is a piece of graphical artwork that is painted or applied directly to a wall, ceiling, or other permanent substrate. Oh! And a mosaic is made out of lots of smaller pieces of...
There's a faded mural on the wall.
When I was a kid, I never knew the difference.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Okay, and it's the mountains outside. Alright, let's talk to you. I like when you poke them, they're like, ugh!
Are you a ghost?
Sally, that's rude.
Unless she is a ghost.
It may come as a disappointment, but I am alive.
Ah.
That makes you a suspect.
My
I'm
life
afraid.
is a dark room.
I know.
What's your name?
My name is Poppy. I'm a pointer. And a pianist.
We'll need to ask you a few questions about Freya.
I know.
We
Hey,
need to pointedly
you're
prod
pretty
you about
good.
being a poppy.
All in the
pointer.
wrist. And 13 years of dedicated practice.
Tell us about yourself.
I'm just me. There's nothing to know.
How are you related to the other pointers?
My father is Percival Pointer. The professor spends most of his time hidden away in his tower. Barely speaks to anyone these days. Especially not the fellows.
Do you get on with the fellows?
2 of them. Fifi and Freya are my closest friends. We all turned 19 last year.
Do people ever leave Tangle Tower? I don't mean to be rude. It's just, if you're 19...
You don't have to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question. I'd like to move away. Definitely. Fifi, Freya, and I would often talk about it, argue about it. Freya wanted to leave, but Fifi, things are more complicated for her.
What about now?
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much longer.
What did you do
3.5
yesterday?
hours of piano practice. Soon as I wake up. Same as always.
3.5. Does that not hurt your hands?
Sure.
And you do this in the music room?
No, I prefer to practice in my room. When I make mistakes, I like to make them in private.
What did you do after that?
I was supposed to meet Fifi in the library, but I totally forgot. When I finally got down there, she'd already gone. I checked her bedroom, but it was locked.
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. She keeps her door locked either way. So I went back upstairs and out into the moonlight garden.
The what?
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
Was it just you up there?
No. Fitz came outside after a while. His room's on the other side. He's been teaching me about flowers.
So, did you talk to him?
Not really.
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that.
Okay, give us your
Fitz and
statement.
I were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds. I've been trying to decide how to describe it, but I'm struggling. It was like something drilling into a piece of metal, but different. Worse. I was pretty sure it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there to check. Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be in there, so I made Fitz kick down the door. I went inside. Freya was lying on the floor.
And Fritz stayed
Flora
there
was in the
as-
room too?
Yeah. I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did. I didn't know what to do.
Right, so you
So
left.
I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
Fifi.
Her door was still locked, but I knocked and shouted at her. Eventually, she let me in. The lights were off, but I could see she'd already been crying. I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry. First time I've ever seen her angry. I dragged her out into the hall. My father was there too, for some reason. The three of us went back up to Flora's tower.
No,
Then
but no
Felix
one's
arrived.
sort of
He had
contradicted
Penny with
somebody
him.
else just yet.
Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind of scientific test. She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes. After she was done, she went back upstairs and I went back to my room.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. So she took Fritz. That explains why Fritz was already in there. Poppy and Fifi went back downstairs. Pointer said that he was coming to talk to the girls, and then they both came out and dragged him upstairs. Hawkshaw said they were in the library, but we don't know why.
All right. Poppy's
I wonder
bedroom.
what's in there.
Should we go to that garden in the middle yet? No, we gotta unlock both of these first. Let's go to the garden above her. Oh my god, why is that person a bird lady? Alright, let's see if there's a golden beetle over here. Is that a mirror?
I don't like mirrors.
How do you get your hair so symmetrical without using a mirror?
I do by weight. I can feel if one side is heavier than the other.
A rather magnificent bush. Somewhat cruel.
There's a letter P carved into the side.
A rather magnificent bush.
There's a letter P carved.
Butterfly?
Check out that butterfly.
Looks evil.
That looks like you.
Wow, judgmental.
Okay, what about these birds?
They're bird cages, but the birds are coming and going freely.
Is that a metaphor?
Oh, it totally is.
Okay, pictures
Bird
of birds.
diagrams.
They're beautiful. Someone really knows their stuff.
Okay, what kind of bird
And
is
a
this?
especially fancy cage.
And it's home to 3 especially fancy birds.
Oh. Why do we need to know this? Okay. Talk to this lady.
Oh, just beautiful. What is it?
Huh?
Sort of a delicate jade, but with a little seafoam green, is that right?
Sorry?
Your
Your
hair,
hair.
dear! Which shade do you use? It's lovely! And that shape, you're really pushing the envelope.
Oh, thanks. I do what I can to offset Grimoire's beige on brown ensemble.
Detectives don't need to be brightly colored. We prefer to blend into the background.
Correct.
Oh, you're the detective? Delightful. Penny Pointer, pleasure.
Is that short for Penelope?
Officially, yes, but I never can be bothered with all 4 syllables of it. Penelope sounds a little ostentatious coming out of the mouth, don't you think?
Sure. Yeah.
Tell us about yourself.
20-something,
Not that I
Aquarius, love to
wanna
travel, and nearly all of my friends are birds.
Travel? Where to?
Anywhere at all, as long as it has species worth studying. Ornithology, they call it. I call it the only thing I've ever been good at.
And have you studied the birds here at Tangle Tower?
But of course! Where else do you think I developed my love of the field? No matter where I go, I always find myself coming home to Tangle Tower.
Because of the birds.
Oh, no, because of him! Silly to admit, but I suppose I can't bear for us to be apart.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, don't you know?
No.
My fiancé, dear Fitz. He's not really the traveling type, you see.
Did we meet Fitz?
Fitz Fellow.
The
The
very
gardener.
one.
You're engaged to a member of the Fellow family? That's interesting.
I'm not especially interested in whatever tedious feuding goes on between our 2 families.
Yeah, that is the gardener.
Fitz and I find it much easier to stay out of it altogether.
Okay, what'd you do yesterday?
I awoke early and headed down into the greenhouse to see Fitz. He's always there, crack of dawn, every morning like clockwork.
How come?
It's where he's happiest. That and he has a great deal of work to do every day, watering, pruning, mulching, whatever that is.
Do you help him with the work in the
That's creating
greenhouse?
mulch.
Oh, no. I wouldn't dream of it. I'd probably break something.
So, you stayed with Fitz the whole day?
No. In the early afternoon, he went back inside. Rather suddenly, as it happens.
Did he say why?
He didn't. Probably just a touch of heat stroke, the poor dear. He's more delicate than you'd think.
What did you do after that?
Let's see. I returned to the aviary to feed my birds.
And how many birds are you responsible for?
Officially 4, but in truth it's more like 400.
Can they not feed themselves?
Of course. And they often do. But I think they just like the company.
Sorry, I
As do I.
can't stop looking at the yellow one just permanently atop her head. Okay, give me your statement.
Sometime in the evening, I left the aviary and headed back towards my room. But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. He was muttering something. Seemed a bit upset, the poor dear.
Correct.
I followed him down.
He was looking for the
but
book
grand
that
hall
got
was
taken.
empty by the time I got there. Empty aside from Detective Hawkshaw, who was
Hawkshaw
loitering
said she
over by
saw
the
her.
library. I don't know what it was, but she looked a little lost. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the Fellow Tower.
Correct.
I ran up the stairs.
I don't think
hoping
there's gonna be a
to catch up
contradiction in
with him,
everyone's stories.
Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Oh.
For some reason, he was coming out of Fitz's bedroom. He looked rather
Huh.
lost, too. I told him I was looking for Uncle. He suggested we look up in Flora's tower room. We could see from the hallway. The door was off its hinges.
Okay, that's suspicious.
I knew
We're
that
gonna go there
something
next.
was terribly wrong. A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya. Uncle Pointer was there. Fitz, too. Standing over in the corner with Fifi and Poppy.
Yep.
What about Flora?
Of course, silent as ever. Uncle suggested we should leave. Give the others some space, you know. So he and I both returned to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
Interesting. Okay.
We can get into Penny's room now.
Now, like, right now?
That uncle coming out of that room was very suspicious. Would he still be in there? No, he'd be in one of these two, but we'll go look at that room first. Fitz's room. Okay, so this is the gardener's room.
It's a little handmade card. Inside it says, "To Fitz, from PP."
Which is Penny, but it could also be Poppy. I have a feeling that's the kind of shit we're gonna be dealing with.
An empty glass and an empty plate.
Looking at it is making me want to cry.
Why?
I don't know. That poor plant.
Looks pretty healthy to me.
Healthy, but sad. I think it would rather be outside.
Is this the plant that was on the windowsill? Yep, it's got that shape.
There's someone outside the window.
Something outside. Probably just a rock.
You sure?
Well, there's a locked
Hello.
box.
Not hidden very well.
Doesn't need to be. It's
How
locked.
closer?
It's a combination lock, sort of.
Huh? Rearrange the pieces of paper to find the combination. Oh, I see. Okay, it's going to be rearranged multiple times to have multiple different things. So that is the one that's already here. It never shows up. Oh, it does show up more than once. Oh, it's this one because it's pointed at the top and bottom. Okay, pointed at the top and bottom. Then what else do we got? No, this doesn't connect. We got just a flat. Yeah, okay, so I'm already even on that one. Can that be that? No. How do these connect? Try this angle. No. That looks like this one.
Nothing.
Maybe if you move the paper around, you'll find a clue.
Yeah, okay. It can't be this one either. I think maybe it's this.
Still
I
locked.
think the line's drawn on the...
Clearly not looking at this right. Okay, that's like that one. Is there any other with three? Oh, no, that's the only one with three things. Okay. And then we've got this one that's pointed. It's not this one. It's going to be something else then. There's one that's a whole point right at the top. Does one have one that's three? No. Maybe it's that, and then this. There's one that's fully round on the bottom, though. I think that's this. No, that can't be this one. Oh my god. Well, this is... I like this, but it's difficult. Yeah, that feels like this one. That's three. Oh, it could be this one. Fuck me. And this one, maybe? No, because it was fully flat on the bottom. Yeah. Is there one that's just like a little dollop? Oh, there is. Okay. And then what else do we got? Okay, okay, so dollop. This one that's sort of cut in the middle, but pointy at the top. Oh no, because we saw... Huh. Because it was like this one. No. Okay, pointy with the dollop. And then we've got the one that's like sort of cut in the middle but has like a thing. That's that. The thing that's 3. And then this one.
There we go.
Got it.
Anything in there?
Yeah, it's wrapped in a cloth. Hold on. Huh. That's kind of ominous.
PP and FF. Okay. That could be Fitz and Hoppy. A metal gardening trowel with a decorative pattern. Why would it be wrapped in a cloth? Let's go outside.
It's locked, but it leads
I
out.
thought we were halfway up a tower.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
Oh. What? Is there even a puzzle here? Oh, we've got to know it ahead of time. Oh, right, no, I'm so stupid. We got to click the little lock button.
Nothing.
The tiles have all got that same sun symbol on them.
Those moon symbols in the slots.
Maybe they're connected, but also...
Nope.
Maybe the information we need is
So where is it?
somewhere else.
Okay. I'm going to need to figure out what that is.
Let's come back once we...
So I can't get onto that outside bridge. Let's go to the opposite side now. Poppy's room. Okay. This is the music lady. What do we got here? Well, let's start with that.
It's an octopus.
No, it's not. It has 6 legs, not 8. Don't say it.
Sextopus.
Sheet music, presumably for piano.
It's only a few notes. I'd barely even call that music.
Yeah, it's been framed though. Must be important for some reason.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Da 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 da. Da da dun 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 dun. Okay.
It's a metronome for keeping time.
It's ticking. Is it a bomb?
It's supposed to be ticking. Not sure what the symbols are, though.
Okay. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, I love that. This is a fun puzzle. I'm just gonna be very bad at it. Okay, so the 2 shapes combined make this image. So this moves square and triangle. This moves, or square and cross. This moves the cross and the circle. This moves the circle and the Y. This one moves the Y and the square. And I gotta make them all line up in the same way. So now I wanna move these ones. Now I wanna move the Y and the triangle. Y and the cross, but I can't do that. I have to move all of these. Bam.
That's done it.
Neat.
I love puzzle games.
What happened?
Little hatch unlocked in the back.
Anything in there?
Mm-hmm. It's a part of a photograph.
Ooh. Rip photo shows a young girl with blonde hair and pink clothes. The girl in the photo is using a bright pink cassette player with matching headphones. I don't remember who that is. could be Freya. She's the only one with blonde hair. We know that we have a pink tape. That's to Freya, so that makes sense. So who has ripped this photo? Who has red hair? Fifi and Penny. Although Penny talks about hair color, so maybe she's dyed her hair.
Oh, thank goodness, there are 7 lit candles. Wouldn't want it to be dark in here.
Alright, let's check out
A
this
big
lock.
glass door leads out into a garden.
There's a little
I
mechanism.
have a feeling this is going to have the answer.
Nothing.
All
Still.
4 tiles have a moon symbol.
Those other symbols look like suns.
I think it is.
Okay. These go here.
Something happened.
That must be it. And the door's
I still feel like we made some sort of...
We've got to
Didn't we?
have
We did.
the
but
suns in the correct position on the other door. So, okay, shape it like a penis slightly to the right. Let's go back to the other room.
It's locked.
I thought we
We
were.
are.
What's that thing by the...
Okay, so we've got to have 1, 1, 1, 1. I like how they have the two of them have locks
It made a noise.
on
I
opposite
guess
sides
that was right.
of their rooms.
Finally. It's a-
Whatever's on the other side better be worth it.
Go outside. Where's their
It's
headphones?
another little statue, doing a really bad job of hiding in the bushes.
He's playing a lute this time.
He's also wearing headphones.
Well, they're not part of the statue, and they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
Oh. Multiple statues holding things. One's playing the horn, one's playing the lute. Why is there earmuffs on them? Oh! Find 3 statues of a certain amphibious creature. I just got an achievement.
Giant stone frog.
Ah, he's got his tongue out like he's catching snowflakes.
Except those aren't snowflakes. They're feathers.
And this feather looks like the kind from that bird. Feathers are mostly found resting on the tongue of the large stone frog. Right, we've seen other types of birds. This one has yellow feathers that also look like the potted plant. Meaning it's probably outside the window. Meaning there probably was only one plant the whole time. So yellow, purple, and blue. And these ones are yellow, purple, red, and pink.
That's one big dragonfly.
Or one very small dragon.
It's so relaxing. I might just stay here.
Oh, shall I go finish the investigation on that?
That'd be great.
The bars on the pond have been ripped up.
A little pond.
It looks really, really deep for some reason. See those metal bars around the edges too?
Oh, yeah. What do you suppose they're for?
Nothing anymore. Looks like somebody broke them and then never bothered to fix it.
It goes all the way down to the aquarium.
More egg statues.
I don't get it. Why eggs?
Well, either they have some special, or the sculptor was just really lazy.
What do you mean?
An egg has got to be the easiest shape to make.
It's a rose bush, growing on a little patch of bluish soil. Apart from a couple of loose petals on one side, the whole thing looks very...
The roses are bright red too.
Aren't roses...
Exactly.
More eggs.
More egg statues.
I don't get it.
Well, an egg has got to be the easiest.
Who's that?
More egg statues.
I don't get it.
Well, either
an
an
image of
egg
an
has
egg.
got to be the easiest.
Anything else here that I'm not seeing?
Stone pillars, or what's left of them. Oh, good. I'm glad to know there's a way to get across that tiny, tiny pond.
Not all bridges are about getting. It's so relaxing. I might just stay here. That'd be great.
Okay, and then this leads to the other
It's the
side.
door into Fitz's room.
One of only 2 ways to get into the garden.
Oh, yeah. The door into Poppy's room.
So only Poppy and
Ah, I guess so.
Okay. Do we know? Is there any way to, like... I guess we have to talk to everybody else before we start making some assumptions. So we gotta explore all the rooms first. Is there something in here? Clearly this aquarium goes all the way up to the top. That means there must be a link between these two rooms as well. So let's start on there. Penny's room. Did we meet Penny? Yes, she's the bird-loving person. And there's something about the feathers on these birds.
A little tea set.
One of the cups has tea in it.
What's in the other one?
Birdseed. A little bedtime reading?
Let's see. Romance novels. And
What?
this one appears to be both.
Nice.
I like the dialogue. It's very
That's
funny and real.
sunflower.
There's something weird about it. It just feels out of place.
It is dead and has some marks on it. Rarely colored flower with an unusual shape. It looks very healthy and well cared for. Okay.
Looks like nature invited itself in. Rude.
Birds?
It's a birdhouse.
Are those real birds?
What the
Nope.
fuck?
They're
They're using up all the perches. What if a real bird were...
Why would I... Does it have to do with the eyes? Is there information here I'm not getting? Whoops.
Nope.
There must be some logic to how the birds are arranged. Something to do with those white lines.
Have we seen this anywhere before?
Reset the puzzle.
No.
That's the one.
Hey, not bad.
What? Okay, I brute forced that somehow. I would love to know how I solved that.
The door open?
Now I'll get her with a bunch of red petals. Ripped a piece of paper, crumpled into a ball. Red flower petals were inside. A message is really scrawled. Now I'll get her.
We already solved it.
I need to look up how I just solved that puzzle. Because I solved it by accident. Tangle Tower, bird puzzle. I feel bad that I've like that I somehow brute forced that. Penny's birdhouse. Wow, this wiki sucks. 1.7. Birdhouse has a family tree with the white lines connecting each bird. Each bird varies in color, eye shape, and beak. Oh! And each child combines the traits of its parents. I see. Okay. I somehow was able to get that. Okay. But it was like the eye shape and then the colors. Yellow and blue make green. Green and white make that grayish white. And then the green and the red made the brown. Okay. I wish I'd thought about that a little bit harder. Yeah, that was a fun puzzle, though.
Ever get the feeling you're being watched?
The mannequins don't have eyes, though.
That's not a comforting sentence.
Did you say it looks like her? The plant?
That's
Looks like
There's something
Penny?
weird. It just feels out of place.
I guess it kind of does with the arms. I feel like we've seen everything in here. Her hair and wings, her hair and her wing sleeves in her dress. Yes. Right. I feel like we've done everything in that room. And I didn't see another door. I guess we'll go all the way across. How the game deemed that was the fastest way. Fifi's room, and Fifi is... Okay, scientist lady.
I don't know what that drink is, but I bet it's 99% sugar.
I'd read you the ingredients, but there's nothing written on the can.
That's even worse.
It's a magnifying glass. A big one.
How come you don't have one of those?
Why? Because I'm a detective? Should I start smoking a pipe, too?
You couldn't pull off a pipe.
Rude.
Homemade posters. This one's about the Pythagoras theorem.
Pythagoras? Pythagoras.
Ah, I've not heard of that man. Are they any good? It looks like a microscope. A
Can
big-
I touch it?
Yeah, look in the microscope. Oh, got a puzzle.
I'm not sure this is a microscope.
Oh, I gotta make the shape a key using an image. Oh, that's fucking cool. Oh, this is so cool.
That's the one.
Oh, that was awesome.
Hey, not bad. Sounds like it unlocked.
Yeah, it's built on top of a little... There's a book in here.
Secret diary, a well-used book resembling a diary. It's locked with a strange metal device. Okay, so open it. Can we open it? Hello? I guess not.
Crystal chandeliers.
I don't know. They just seem old-fashioned to me. Plus, they're kind of dusty.
Ooh, a map of something.
Fifi's got something pinned
What
up.
is all this?
These are the relationships going on. Is that Detective Grimoire? Oh my god, why are we on her board?
Is that supposed to be me?
That's just the face you make when you're thinking. Does make you wonder, though. When did Fifi draw all this?
That's you, Sally.
What? I do not look like that, do I? It's
the
Detective Hawkshaw. Who is that?
No idea.
We haven't met him yet. He's the uncle.
Looks like
That's
Fitz. It's Poppy. That's actually a pretty good drawing.
Looks like Professor Pointer.
Professor Pointer and the detective?
It's a drawing of Penny.
And Penny is with Professor Pointer? That doesn't sound right. I thought her boyfriend was Fitz. No. Was Penny with Fitz?
It's Poppy. That's actually...
That's gotta be Flora. Is Fifi trying to solve the mystery with math
Oh,
equations?
the professor's her dad. I thought, sorry, that was her, like, fiance or
Maybe.
something.
Did you ever try that? Maybe it works.
Is Fifi...
Maybe. Did you ever try that?
Is...
Maybe. Did you ever try that?
I'm gonna screenshot this one as well. I've been given a lot of
Did you
information
notice who
for some
isn't on here?
puzzles.
Freya?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Fifi herself.
Look at the family tree and the drawing board. Oh. Do they match?
Nice room.
It's a mess. But yeah,
That's a whole lot of...
boxes of stuff. Boxes of stuff.
I guess that's everything we're gonna see now.
Pretty ornate.
We're supposed to be looking for clues.
And a simple trick, but it
What's
really...
this book?
What's that big book?
Looks like something Fifi's
Is it
been...
a clue?
I hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiology experiment.
Stuff Fifi...
You gonna rummage through the trash can?
No.
I give it 5 minutes before you're in there.
Alright, I guess that's it for this room. 2 more rooms to go, and I feel like there's gonna be acts to this. Someone else is gonna get murdered or something. Ooh.
That painting is really something.
Why would you want it looming over your bed like that?
Maybe Freya enjoyed the atmosphere it creates.
The atmosphere of chaos and oppression?
Hang on. There's a smaller version down by the floor.
It's a photograph.
Small photograph of Freya's abstract painting. A piece of adhesive tape is stuck on it. Lines have been drawn with black ink around the edges. Ooh, we're gonna have to slot that in somewhere. Also, upside down, is it something? Maybe. Paw
A
print?
pillow with a paw print pattern.
It's a cushion.
Yeah, but that doesn't look right.
Is there a pet here?
Freya's bear.
Looks pretty depressed.
He's had a rough couple of days.
Fish.
It's a...
I think it looks more like a whale.
Fine, it's a
Could
whale.
also be a shark.
Not the kind of
Oh.
lamp I choose for my bedroom, but fair enough.
It's cool. Looks like old mining equipment or something.
I feel like I'm gonna have to slot something into there, but it's not letting me.
It's a little glass
I
pot.
think it's a vivarium.
Come again?
See the leaves and twigs in there? Might have been for keeping insects.
Freya's plants. They must not need sunlight?
Some more
Painting
paintbrushes.
supplies.
Anything else interesting in here?
Do you think this was always...
I don't know. It is kind of a weird shape.
No windows either.
They're
Do you think this was
vents.
always...
I don't know.
No windows either.
What are these
Did
drawings?
Freya paint those
They're
at?
kind of simplistic.
Maybe she painted them when she was younger.
Potted plant.
Freya's
Oh,
plants. They must not need sun.
What's
It's a
this?
little wooden box.
Did the casual observer make?
Oh,
They're not real
yeah.
paintbrushes. Looks like they're part of some kind of lock mechanism.
Okay. That feels like the top of something. Now, what fits in there? Nothing, actually. Oh, maybe that? No? No? Maybe? Oh, yeah, baby. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay. What the fuck does this mean? Okay. So, orange? Oh, that's the orange stem and then the pink stem. So the order is orange something. Okay, so a green brush needs to be next. But it's also going to be based on height. So if it's orange, pink. How many do we got? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it could be orange, orange, pink, pink, orange, orange. Orange. There's no orange stem, so it's going to be orange, pink, pink. Orange, pink, orange. Okay, so the fanny one that's pink is in third placement. This is correct. Oh no, it could be this one. If that's true, if this is pink, then the fourth one would have to be blue. So it could be this one or this one. But this one needs to be here. This one has to be green. Oh my god, this is actually tricky. Orange fan. Because I don't have enough information for this. So this one's got a bit, but it's also based on height. Okay, so if this is the tallest blue one. No, so this is the lowest one of these. No, wait. Lowest on the left. What's the lowest pink one? Orange one. This one. Next highest green one. It surely would have to be this one next. I can't move this size. Orange. The shortest orange one. Does it need to be lowest to highest? Or does it go lowest? No. It wouldn't go down, then up, then down again. Now this one is tricky. I'm probably going to be solving this until I'm done with stream in 10 minutes. Unless, I mean, this couldn't be wrong, could it? Is there any other way to rearrange this? No, it feels like this makes the most sense. Fan brush, that's pink. That's this one. Or this one. But this couldn't go here because it needs to be green next. Could it be backwards? No. What are these arrows for? I mean, it's to show that you could move them all left and right.
Nothing.
Did you find a hint on those scraps of paper? It looks like a ripped up jigsaw puzzle.
Okay, so this is the one solution to this then. Orange. Maybe it goes the other way. Let's say this is the orange. What do you mean I'm close? One of these isn't tall enough. Tall orange is last. Which means the blue has to be here and here. What? Orange. Something pink.
There we go.
What? Why does that work? I thought it's based on height. What? Why did that work? There's clearly it's each of the clues. I know, but like we've got these little things here that say, oh well, the shortest one should be on the left and the tallest one should be on the right. Oh, that it's not saying it's incremental. It's saying the one on the far left is the shortest orange. The one on the far right is whatever is the tallest thing. Okay.
Perfect.
All right, I get it. I was just irritated that that wasn't incremental shortest to tallest. I was just misinterpreting that puzzle. That's my fault.
What was in the box?
Just a photograph. Well, most of a photograph.
What? Oh. One with red hair, the other with green hair? What? Green? Okay, so we've got the two parts of this photo. I can't believe I can't look at them at the same time. So this is Freya, because it's... I don't know, it's... Who has the notebook?
There's something about that pink cassette tape. Something suspicious.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
Later. I'm going to check out the last room, and then I'm going to say that's it for the stream, and I'm going to finish this another day. Oh, there he is.
Sir? Can you hear me? I'm Private Detective Grimoire. I have some questions for you.
Grimoire. Good mysterious name. I'd rather like it. Felix Fellow at your beck and call.
And, this is my colleague, Sally.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good name as well.
Thanks.
If you would, Mr. Fellow, we really need to ask you about the murder.
Well, I must say I'm rather jealous of you two.
Oh yeah? Why's that?
Out here solving mysteries, exploring new places, uncovering secret rooms, hidden treasures. That's what life is all about.
Secret rooms?
Generally speaking, you know, that sort of thing.
Tell me where it's all.
So, Felix, what exactly do you, do?
Is it not obvious?
No.
I'm an explorer. Explorer/treasure hunter. Yes, well, best in the world.
We're talking like curse statues, spike pits.
It's a little more sophisticated than that. But I've certainly seen my share of danger, if that's what you're asking.
And, if I may ask, When did you retire?
You listen here. I may be between ventures right now, but it's simply not in my nature to stay in one place for too long. I go wherever the winds of destiny take me.
Don't you live here with your wife and daughter?
Yes, well, the fellow family has certain loyalties, and with Flora the way she is...
Nothing wrong with raising a family, Mr. Fellow.
Don't misunderstand me. Fiona and Flora are my entire world. They are the greatest treasure of all.
Uh-huh.
Okay, tell me about yesterday.
Why on earth would you want to know about that?
The murder of Freya Fellow. The reason we're here?
Ah, right. Nasty business. Very unfortunate. I regret that I can't be of any help.
We'll be
but I wish
the
you
fucking
all
judge
the
of that.
best in your investigation.
Hear that, Grimoire? We're done here. Let's go.
It's a simple question, Felix. I'm sure you're up to it.
Well, there's not much to tell. Mostly, I was in my room by myself, working on Flora's, working on a project.
Your room is quite close to Flora's tower. You didn't hear anything unusual?
What qualifies as unusual?
What have you got?
Okay, give me your statement.
It was dusk. A feeling lingered in the air. Malevolent, perhaps. Uncertain, as life itself.
Abridged version, please.
Right, fine. I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room. The footsteps were calm, orderly, so I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps, going the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest.
So someone left
I
down
thought
there
perhaps she'd had a
first?
disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case.
I don't think that matches up with what Poppy was
as
saying.
was the garden beyond his window. Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already.
But you said Poppy
Flora
was
too,
leaving.
Of course. Soon enough, everyone else made their excuses and left.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me.
Okay. Something's not quite matching up there.
That's all the statements.
Let's go over them all.
Yeah, okay, we'll do this and then I'll call it for the end of the stream.
That's all the statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
To see if anyone's been lying.
Yes.
That too.
Fitz and I were up in the Moonlight Garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So I made Fitz kick down the door.
Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall.
But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs.
Yes. I like the way
vacated
it's
the library,
showing it
but
all.
before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
I didn't know what to do. So I ran downstairs to
No,
get Fifi.
he's lying because he said he heard somebody...
heading down the stairs, just outside my room.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me.
Because
Eventually
the
she let me
uncle
in.
said that he saw Poppy going down
Coming out of the library.
after somebody
Emerged
else.
from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the Fellow staircase.
And
As I
the
was
two of them
passing
were
through the
crying in
front
the room
door,
for quite a while.
Penelope
So the
called
uncle
out
heard
from
somebody
behind
else
me.
first.
I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the Fellow Tower.
I told her what had happened.
She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
Yeah, something's
We
not
left the
adding
room,
up with what the
and
uncle
Poppy's
said.
father was waiting outside.
Oh, but he left and
followed
went
us
to
upstairs.
Fitz's
I
room?
ran up the stairs, hoping to
Yeah,
catch up
the
with
uncle
him, but
lied.
Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into
Oh no, he said he went to Felix's room.
Penelope. She
But
was
it's not showing us the part where he said...
to find Professor Pointer. So I escorted her.
Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too.
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did.
He
A
said
moment
that
later,
he
we were
brought
gazing
her
down on
uncle
the
with
body
her.
of poor Freya.
There's a lot of
Then,
things not
I took a
adding up.
sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting.
She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
That's disappointing.
What is?
All the statements line up with each other.
No.
They don't just line up. Some of them even seem to specifically confirm each other.
Who came down? Somebody left. I'm gonna re-listen to his statement. I'll listen to it one more time. Oh, whoa! I didn't realize I could see this. That's cool. Okay. How do I have to go talk to him again to be able to hear his statement? I might have to. Okay. I'm gonna pause it here. I'm gonna call it for the stream. This has been very good so far, and I like it. I would highly recommend checking this out. Apparently there's a third one that they've made, but yeah, I gotta finish this before I move on to anything else. Especially because I've bought like 2 or 3 new games to start doing for streams. But yeah, thank you so much for watching.